Hello. It started way too early. I was so excited for this episode.
Even you got caught by the recording.
I was so excited. Episode 110 gaming podcast. Welcome everyone. My name is MD Marcel or whatever. You know who I am. Steve, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. We're recording this a bit early because it's Game Awards week, which I will be at Game Awards there. So if you see me on camera, message me, say hi, like tell me you said hi or whatever.
Take a picture and tag him on Blue Sky or Twitter. Or
I like seeing the screenshots of it because that's anytime someone says, "Oh, I saw you at the Game Awards," I'm like, which part? Because I want to go. I want to see it. Yeah. There's still the one clip that I have that I love where it just so happened that it was Anthony Mackie was on stage and he kind of like looked into the general into the section that myself and my friend Liana because we always go to the Game Awards together where we were sitting, and he said you kind of point in our directions like y'all look great, and then the camera the camera shot switched to us to just myself and Liana, as if it was like he was telling us that we were good. And we were just it was like you look
hopefully
awesome,
you
baby.
clip that moment. If anytime you need to get like a gig or something, like, hey, Anthony Mackie, he said I look good, so
I should probably have that as like alert or something like that. I am listed as so far now 2 years where I've been listed on IMDb as audience member for the Game Awards. I literally have an IMDb credit for both 2022 and 2023.
Hey, I've been. Where's my credit? IMDb. What the hell? Oh, I'm way in the back sometimes. So
if you're on camera, yes, I guess. Anyway, so I'm excited to go. We're gonna see what's there. We're already kind of getting some announcements of some teases of stuff leading up to it.
Here's a mini rant. While
go for it.
Other guests. I hate that they are like, hey, watch the show this Thursday because we're gonna reveal the game that you didn't know that was gonna be revealed. It's gonna be. I'm like, why are you spoiling? You're a couple days away. It drives me insane.
Yeah, now that we know there's a Tomb Raider thing, we just dropped like about an hour ago from the time we're recording this. So we know. Okay, great. We get to see the Tomb Raider game that we knew was coming, but we just didn't know anything more about it.
I would love to be surprised by that.
100%.
At this point, just tell me what that statue is in a desert is.
Actually, that I will argue that's actually a good tease because we have no idea what it is, so I think we're going to be surprised by it. I have a feeling it might be Soros. Just kind of looking at it again,
Soros as well. Yeah,
it kind of does have that Soros vibe. The only thing that throws me off is that it has Earth animals like on in that sort of montage of a pile of whatever. And the thing is, it's like from looking at the trailers, it looks like you're on another alien planet. So I'm kind of wondering where do the animals come from? So I don't know. It looks like it's a Soros thing. Could be a story because it looks like there's a door underneath it that open. There's stairs that walk up to it. So I don't know.
Something happened to Earth that had morphed into this planet or something. We don't know.
But I also agree with you in regards to teasing, especially also we don't really don't need the teasing of special guests. To introduce, because that they don't they're going to equate to either as low bar as The Rock shooting an iPhone video saying "Yay for gaming." I
couldn't take the time to come out of my gym, even though I live down the road, to introduce this game for you.
Or you get what I felt was an egregious affront, because at one point, it was my first Game Awards I was going to 2021. They announced that they were going to have Keanu Reeves and Carrie-Anne Moss at the Game Awards.
Oh,
I was so freaking excited. I was going to be like, I'm going to be in the same room as Neo and Trinity. I wanted that so bad. And I was so because they were going to do Matrix, Resurrections. Matrix Resurrections was coming out. I was like, yes, I want this, be in the same room. It was a video recording.
Yep.
It was a video.
I was there for that one.
I think it might have been.
I think I was trying to remember.
Is that it was the first post-COVID?
We got invited. It was a smaller group that went.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. They didn't have the audience.
That was your first one. I don't know why I thought you went to one before me.
No, because I only got into future class like in 2020, which may rest in peace.
Yes,
but the first time I was able to go was 2021, and that was the first post-pandemic one, and that's the one where you had to like multiple seats in between people because of COVID. We sat right beside the podium, the side podium that was always in the Game Awards.
I kind of like that one. I'm not gonna lie, it was a smaller group and everything. You know,
I think they padded the audience reaction for the broadcast because the audience did. The only time the audience ever like got excited about anything was when Khalif Adams actually was popped up on screen.
Yeah, that's right. Like I know him.
Yeah,
I know that guy.
I was so disappointed that that Keanu Reeves and Carrie-Anne Moss weren't actually there. I was like, really, Jeff? You're going to promote that they're there, and then it's just a video? Like, come on, dude! Like
promoting The Rock. So.
Anyway, I don't know, but
it's like promoting The Rock. You know, he's not gonna show up. He's at his gym.
Yeah.
But that brings us some stuff.
Exactly. That does sort of a side thing. We were talking about just before we went live that we're like, this is a good topic on air, was gaming while traveling. Because you and I, we both go to a bunch of different, we get travel to a bunch of gaming events, whether it's previews for stuff or like events like a PAX East or a Summer Game Fest. And usually when we're traveling, it's usually to places that are at least about a 4 or 5 hour airplane ride or a train ride away. Yeah. So I would like to ask you, Marcel, what do you do for gaming on the go? Like, what is your what is your traveling gaming setup here?
Right now, so before the Switch 2 came out, it was just taking a nap, listening to a podcast. That's all it was. Listening to a podcast, you know, catching up on some news, maybe even catching up on some emails as well.
So you really didn't bring like even your Switch 1 because they had decent games on there.
No, they had decent games on there, but like I was like,
none you want to play.
Not any of I was playing currently because I think it was like the end part of the Switch, and a lot of the games I was playing were on PC. At this point, so I wasn't playing as many Switch games or at this point. Like obviously, it was like a Mario Wonder. I already played that at home. I'm good and everything like that. Yeah. But as a lot of times, I'm either watching videos I download off of YouTube with a premium, or listen to a podcast along the way, or just thinking up of some ideas. But now Switch 2 is all the way, man. I've been playing a lot of Switch 2 on my travels, and a lot of me was like, man, I wish I could just capture some of this gameplay along this way. And I've been looking for a solution with that. So, but besides that, that's pretty much what I do.
That's the thing. So, Ryan, we're talking about like gaming on the go. Like, what do we bring to play games with while we're traveling? Because we're talking Game Awards and stuff. But that's the thing. I wish the Switch 2 actually had the capability of actually like you can capture gameplay, but it's like 30 seconds at best, and it's not even great quality. I would love that because now, like, I'm a handheld gaming junkie. Like, I have pretty much now everything except for like the MSI Claw and the Lenovo Go as far as devices. Like I don't have like some of the upgraded devices like the Steam Deck with OLED or anything like any more upgraded stuff since then. But I love traveling with a gaming device. I don't always get a chance to be able to play it, but I love having it. And because usually the battery life was always kind of sucked. But now that I have like an Xbox ROG Ally, that's my gaming device. Like now on the go, I've been able to so far play Expedition 33 while I've been traveling, which was cool. It was sort of like as a testing sort of thing that before I was traveling, and now actually that I'm going to LA for the Game Awards. I'm actually like I've already I promised my stream that I was going to play Red Dead Redemption on stream, but now that I've kind of said that, I actually like kind of want to play it while traveling because I have the remastered version on Steam. So I kind of want to play that while I'm on the plane because it's a 5-hour flight. So and also to kind of go into your capture thing, like you can be able to capture video directly from the Xbox ROG Ally. It's part of the Xbox full screen experience. But even on Steam Deck, if you have a Steam Deck, they have the capability of doing in-game recordings where you can have a setting where as soon as you open up a game, it automatically starts recording that gameplay, and you can have it up to default's like 120 minutes of gameplay, but you can have it set to whatever you want as long as you have a decent enough SD card to be able to save all that.
How's the quality on it though? Like, is it like 1-to-1 or is it a little downgraded?
No, quality is actually pretty decent. I think it records. I don't know whether it goes up to 4K, but definitely looks good at 1080p 60 for sure. Now, as far as like, does it hit performance but like for playing the game? It can to a certain degree. I think if you have like a base Steam Deck, probably. But I think probably the Steam Deck OLED might have sort of potentially fixed that a little bit. I at least I know that from capturing on the Xbox RG Ally, I haven't seen any performance dip at all. And that's with the Ally X. I don't know what the Riley. I don't know if you've tried it on the Ally to see if it had any game hit in performance for you. But for me, it's been fine. It's been great, and allows me to like especially for reviews when I'm just on the go and playing, and because I actually just started playing Keeper from Double Fine because they just released some new updates that also added high contrast mode for accessibility. So, and I was actually told by the Double Fine team, you should probably check it out. I was like, okay. And so I was like, all right, cool.
On your way, you could get some work done, and 5-hour trip to LA, you could get some recordings, and then you just dump it on your laptop when you're done.
Yeah, or even the fact I can just like get out of my office and not like if I don't want to play on my usual setup, I just want to sit in my living room and play. I can just grab my Xbox Ally and do that same thing. But for traveling, I think now my Xbox Ally is going to be 100% my go-to gaming device because it can do pretty much everything and allow me to be able to do some work while also on the go. So, and it's the perfect screen too. It's like it just every time I keep using it, it just gets better and better. And it's like so far, like kind of like the perfect handheld gaming device for me. But that's my traveling thing. Riley, what about you? Because you travel a little bit and within your work.
I do a little bit of traveling.
What is your?
I'm a traveling man. Yeah.
What's your handheld or what's your traveling gaming like for you?
Diet Coke.
There you go. That's one thing he does. Simply Diet Coke.
Love me a DC. I also have the ROG Ally. I enjoy that. That's pretty cool. It's a really great way to access the Game Pass titles. So I enjoy that.
Oh yeah.
But I really lean heavy on Switch too. Especially like they've had such a good string of games recently. Like we're in Metroid Prime, but then before that it was Pokemon and Kirby and Donkey Kong Bonanza, Mario Kart. So I just like having that around. Now the only thing I feel like it would be my default go-to if they had just like a more engaging system or reason to play. Like I feel like to your point, like Steam or Xbox, like they have like an ecosystem with achievements and stuff like that. Like it's just not as engaging of an ecosystem to invest in. So it's harder to lean that way for third-party titles generally, I find.
Sure.
But I do love bringing my Switch 2 up to my family's place when I go there because we like to play WWE.
How does that run on the Switch 2?
Incredible. It runs really well.
I must be honest with you. I'm just thinking right here, Riley. I played every day. I play my faction every day.
Really?
I just came off of before I came on the stream. I was doing a challenge of my faction to play right now. I played every day. I
should really get back into that because I remember I played a little bit of it when it first came out, at least 2K25, and I have not played. I have not really given it a chance on the Switch 2 yet. I really should like if you guys are playing, I should definitely jump in.
60 frames. It's
incredible. A hoot. It's That's really awesome. Good. It runs like it looks like the other versions. Like it runs totally fine. I'm like, this is great. Dope. So I just bring that with me, and then I bought a second dock and I left it up there. So we go in there, just go to the family room and just dock it in, and then we're playing. So it's like amazing. I have so much fun doing that.
It's a lot of it's really good.
I like the social elements of it. So if I'm traveling and there's like I've got obviously 3 siblings, and they all have partners. So when we go, that's 8 people plus my parents. So it's like there's a lot of people in that house. So we're playing Mario Kart, we're playing Mario Party, we're doing wrestling. It's just like a lot of fun to jump between the games. Like it's the perfect system for that.
Do you use the game chat element when you guys are up there? Out of curiosity, since there's so many switches and so many people.
No, not really. Just if we're all in the same house, we just do it like a split screen.
I thought if you want to add more people onto your screen, You know, you'd be like, okay,
yeah.
You know,
maybe.
yeah.
I mean, that's something we should probably look at. But no, I did. I was actually using the game chat feature for Kirby Air Riders. I played that with a friend last week, and I don't like. I feel like Nintendo's getting sneaky good. You know, like little
online
like,
is really
quality of life
impressive.
stuff. I'm like, okay, I'm about it. So
Yeah,
I'm hoping, and this is just me hypothesizing, I would love if they could refine their online system just a little bit in terms of user interface and features. That's all I really want from them.
They definitely did.
And get some better party chat stuff, and we'll be good.
They definitely upgraded the online experience, like from the Switch 1 to the Switch 2, like 100%. Sure. Like it definitely, the quality is much better, the speed is much better, and even game chat. Because I think, I go back to when you and I, Riley, tried it on Mario Kart when it came out, and it worked great. Like both the live speech to text and even just just everything worked fine. Like I barely noticed any load times, like at least nothing that's no more than normal when jumping into a match. So, or to a race. So I think that if just tweaked it a little bit more, I think you can
a little bit more. I just need a little bit more modernization, right? Like just a few little things.
Like what would you want?
Themes. I want themes. I want achievements.
Okay.
And I just want some better. Maybe just like I know they have like icon things you can spend your little points on and build your own icon. I would like to be able to mix and match a little bit there and kind of scale that meaningfully. And then I want like cool themes.
So wait. I just thought of my God.
Where are you going? Where are we going? Where are we going, Steve?
Imagine basically an achievement system.
Imagine dragons.
You have. By the way, they're all challenges. They're all like Nintendo made challenges to do in a game, and the award that you get for completing those challenges are little virtual amiibos, and then you can have like a whole collection of virtual amiibos.
I like where you're going with this, Steve.
I like what, in
fact, I love where you're going with this.
Yeah. And if Nintendo could figure out a way to be able to use those virtual amiibos in game,
would it allow me to unlock music in Metroid Prime 4?
Maybe. Who knows? Or at least maybe unlock it in the Nintendo Music app. Like you could, like if you play a game, you can be able to unlock it in the Metroid Prime 4.
Full ecosystem.
That's what I want to. I actually want to be able to access the Nintendo Music stuff.
Yeah. Why is that on the Switch?
I don't know. I feel like it needs to be there. I feel like we're so
and then
close.
They give you the option to like download the music when you're offline on the Switch, and then
I'm
hopeful
that they can
yes.
Yeah.
They had a music app. You were able to close it. And
that's right.
Music.
That's right.
Oh wait, you can't do that already?
There's no music app on the Switch.
Oh no, sorry. I thought you were talking about like the mobile app. Like you can't you have to stay in app.
Imagine you lock your screen, the music shuts off.
Well, sometimes there are streaming apps that don't do that. Like not music streaming apps, but they don't allow you to be able to like if you shut out and close the app or close your phone, it just like it doesn't work.
Two quick things, or three things before Caboose is here and everything. Imagine Dragons, they are making a video game. It's called Last Flag. In case you didn't know. Yeah, it's like,
I did not know they were making a game.
Yeah, they're making a video game. Imagine Dragons. It was actually shown at the PC Gaming Most Wanted show that happened on Thursday. It's like a Capture the Flag inspired game as well. Another Switch feature I love is, please let me know what actually got updated on the game, like an updated list, like a little activity list of like, hey, WWE got had a recent update or DLC got really, because sometimes you see on the pop up left, it'll be like, oh, this game plus 3 more. I'm like, well, what's the plus 3? I don't know. What is it?
They give you like little micro cartridges or whatever. It's like, and it's like, the DLC came out for WWE. I'm like,
exactly. Right. Like it doesn't.
You can lend the DLC out too, which is neat. Like you can lend that to people in your.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, I've got Banjo-Kazooie and Smash Brothers. It's like,
there you go.
It's like, I'll lend it to you. It's like, there you go. It's like that's kind of crazy.
I know people who use the game share, and one of them was like in Australia and 2 were in the States, and it worked fine. Like if they're a local, like they're like, no one talks about their infrastructure. It works really well. So Caboose, what do you bring with you, Caboose, when you're traveling to different places for content reasons?
Ooh, I always bring like Elgato has their little Neo mic, right? It's like made out of recycled stuff. And it's very small and compact, easy to bring. And honestly, like I usually try not to bring too much with me because the phone, like this guy does enough for me,
That's fair.
And then I can just, if I need the mic quality, I bring the Elgato mic for that reason, and obviously a laptop to record and all that. But usually,
what do you do for like gaming on the go, like when you're traveling?
Oh, I mean, I was always bringing my like ROG Ally, or obviously nowadays it's like the Switch 2 or even the Xbox Ally. But even then, like I don't often pack like a gaming thing unless it's like a long enough trip. You know what I mean? Like if I'm going somewhere for relatively quick, I'm like, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to bring something with me because then I got to pull it out of the carry-on or pull it out of the laptop bag. Yeah, it's just a pain in the ass. It's just too much.
I get that. Like I used to be like, yeah, it's like just enough to be able to take it out. But I'm always taking out my laptop out of my backpack anyway. So it's like, yeah, and I have my iPad mini with me as well. So it's just it's just one additional thing. It's not a huge deal. Like I know where it is and what I need to do to take it out, and it just goes in its own tray, like a tray for the TSA, and then that's basically it.
I already have enough anxiety when they're like, "Get your shoes off, laptop's out of the bag," and I'm just like, "All right."
I just why you need to travel with me.
On, take off your belt. Okay.
That's why you should travel with me, because I go through the disability line, so they're a little bit more.
Oh my God, Steve! Just let me know when you're going anywhere.
100%.
There you go. There you have it. Before we dive into our predictions, shall we talk about the mess of a WB? What's going on? Paramount wants them. Netflix wants them. No one can have them.
So basically, I think the outcome here, regardless of whether it's Netflix or Paramount, is we lose.
Yes.
Yes.
Games are gone.
So, I mean, I guess everyone here has heard that Paramount they were already like throwing a fit, like it's unfair that WB is making everybody put higher and higher.
Yeah, bids. Because they lost on their own bid.
Yeah. Why are they trying to sell their company for so much? And then they were like, actually, no, we're going to put up $100 billion and try and outbid Netflix in the hostile takeover. And so, I mean, Netflix had officially announced that they acquired.
I saw the email.
Yeah, they won the bid. I got the email too. Yeah.
And so it seemed as though it was that was it, right? All they have to do at that point is like they got to go through the government, everything, all that has to get passed. But by then Q3 2026, it was going to be a done deal. And then Paramount was like, I want it. And then they went to,
that was my deal. I offered.
They went to Saudi Arabia. They got their loans and they put their money where their mouth is. And I mean, there's no way WB turns down an extra almost $30 billion on that offer.
I think, to me, it sounds like it brings back a lot of like the trauma of the Xbox Activision deal,
right?
Where PlayStation kind of put up a fit. The only difference between that is that PlayStation wasn't trying to buy Activision.
Yes, exactly.
Whereas Paramount's trying to do it. Here's the thing: it's like we're talking to like even just on the gaming side for a second, because that's been up in the air as far as like what they're going to do with it. We don't know. Netflix doesn't know. It seems like Netflix just probably didn't even realize they have a gaming division if they buy WB.
Right.
The whole thing of like minus all the Paramount, like all the selling and the regulations and all that. We've already gone through all that when we saw with the Xbox Activision, like how much the FCC basically kind of comes into play in there too, and that they're gonna that's gonna be drawn. I think it's gonna be drawn out for a lot longer. But when the dust settles, a lot of people are speculating that Netflix is just going to sell off its gaming the gaming division, but here, or at least the gaming studios that they acquire through WB. Here's the thing that not everyone is thinking about. Minus Mortal Kombat and NetherRealm, which every other WB game studio works on a WB game, like a WB property. If you sell those studios, they ain't working on WB properties anymore, which was if you I know they can make other games, but if you think about it, as far as value on paper, that was what the intriguing prospect of having those studios is. You can make WB games off of, WB properties.
For sure. Mm-hmm. So I think there is a lot to look at, especially if Netflix were to be the ones who inevitably get the bid or whatever it is. If they were to keep this purchase, there is a lot of things you can look at to be like, they might want to stick with that game studio just purely off of the fact that like Hogwarts Legacy was as successful as it was, right? Like when you look at the level of potential, there is an insane market that you could tap into because of the amount of IPs that you own. Because now you're talking Netflix owning all of WB's library on top of having all of Netflix's library. Like imagine they court Rocksteady to make the Stranger Things game or something like, they have a lot of potential there. But you also look at a multiverses. You also look at that Quidditch game from that studio. I can't remember that made it. You look at obviously
multiverses.
You look at Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, and it's like, is Hogwarts Legacy an anomaly in these AAA titles from WB Games? Like, do we even need to bother? And this is from Netflix that already created a AAA studio, shut the doors on it because they were like, this business model is just way too risky. Forget about it. So I don't know. I am worried, regardless of the outcome. I am worried for the entirety of WB Games. But I guess we'll see. I guess we're just gonna have to see what happens. Maybe if Paramount is the one that purchases it, maybe they could see a little bit of value because obviously they have Skydance Games, right? They're working on the Captain America Black Panther game. If that even comes out, I don't know. But they have some form of investment right now in video games and are trying to see what they can do there. So if it succeeds in some way, if Rise of Hydra comes out and it's really well reviewed and makes at least its budget back, then they could be like, yeah, there's tons of value here. Now we have the WB library. Like, let's get the ball rolling. But I don't know. I really don't know.
Like, I guess for gaming reasons, who's the least worried about? You're like, okay, if they go to Paramount, they're gonna do something about it. Netflix, everything's on mobile now or something like who are you most
the
worried
Netflix
about
model would not fit the development model of WB Games.
Yeah, I think right now, as far as the studios that would be affected by this, I think either WB Montreal or Rocksteady. Because Rocksteady is known for making like Batman games, and I would assume that's probably what they're working on now is another Batman game. If Rocksteady is let loose and they are sold and they can't make a Batman game anymore, I mean, I would love to see what a original IP that they could be able to create, but again, it was the IP that kind of like sold the studio or sold the studio as like a value. And WB Montreal was the same way with its support with having Arkham Origins and even Gotham Knights too. I think Avalanche would be safe because they made WB money. I think NetherRealm, unless Ed Boon is like, you know what, I'm going to buy out the company myself and, go independent. I see them basically potentially doing that.
That's definitely a possibility. I didn't even consider that, but that's definitely a possibility.
I think he has enough clout, or at least can be able to definitely get some investors to be like, hey, can we help me buy out my studio? I think that. I mean, unless Netflix sees that as a valuable property because they can be able to invest in more Mortal Kombat movies or series, like at least see other uses of that IP. I think that it's going to be up in the air whether NetherRealm will stay or go. But I think that the smaller studios that WB had is really kind of like if you could go independent, but again, it's like they don't have a WB IP, so they'd have to go in alone and create their own original thing unless they're able to license anything for WB.
Are NetherRealm and Mortal Kombat tethered in any way? Do we know? Like if you buy the studio, do you get the IP, or is that two conversations?
Other than Injustice, I would think that's
I think Mortal Kombat. So Mortal Kombat was originally it was owned by Midway. Midway was shutting its doors, so there was this big worry that was it for Mortal Kombat franchise over, and that's when WB swooped in. They bought out a lot of the people from Midway, made NetherRealm, and were like, all right, Mortal Kombat's back. Let's revive it. Let's do this right. So I think I will say these days you do kind of see like WB and Mortal Kombat go hand in hand, and I could also see that even just from the viewpoint of the fact that Warner Brothers kind of saved the franchise, that Ed Boon might have some sort of loyalty there.
Maybe.
And then you can also you could also look from the point of view that guest characters and just that whole concept is really good for business right now for whether it's Injustice or MK. And they might need that WB money to make some of those deals go through. But who knows as well? I mean, if they're under the Netflix banner, put Vecna in Mortal Kombat 12, right?
Hell yeah.
Put a Demigorgon in there.
Versus a Demigorgon, like dope. That would
be so sick. Yeah.
If they end up under Paramount, like Rocksteady can make a Ninja Turtles game.
Ninja Turtles.
They could.
Yeah,
they could
have imagine them making like a good Ninja Turtles, like Last Ronin.
Give me the last. Give me a proper. I mean, the Last Ronin game.
I know they're making one. Yeah.
Give me a full triple
Batman and Turtles like they did before. I'm just saying.
See, now you're talking.
Made a movie. It's possible.
It's true.
Now I'm consuming. Yeah.
Jumping back to the TV and movie side of things.
Yeah.
There is a third party or fourth party now, I guess, if we count Paramount in this, that we have not heard from that heavily invested in WB Studios for their success, and that's Apple.
Yeah,
because they had their two biggest comedies is Ted Lasso and Shrinking. They're made by WB Studios.
F1 too this
year. F1 as well. Yeah, so they
are by WB.
They're also heavily invested in a and because we got Ted Lasso season 4, they got Monarch. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, have they even made a bid? Is there any information on it? Because honestly, out of anybody, I would have loved to have gotten a hold of WB.
Apple would have made sense. Yeah.
Apple would have totally made sense.
Universal obviously would be really good in a perfect world, but I mean, it sounds like they just are not willing to put up that kind of money for it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think there was even rumors at one point that they were going to get bought out by Paramount too. So Universal, I feel like, is off the board. But yeah, Apple would be great. I think Apple, it would serve best because they still value and appreciate the movie-going experience. Like they make a movie like F1, but they want it in theaters. So they shop it out to a distributor like a Warner Brothers to say, hey, can you put our movies in theaters so that people can experience this? And it turns out to be such a huge hit. That was one of the bigger movies of the summer. So yeah, I would love for Apple to be the one to get involved, but as far as we've heard, there hasn't really been any info on them putting.
We haven't seen any response from them because it's like that's like especially Ted Lasso. That's one of the big Apple's big money makers for sure. Yeah. And because they're coming back with a season 4, how's that gonna look with Netflix kind of coming in?
Because very true.
They're going to be like, nah, you're moving over here now. And that's I don't think Apple's going to take that quietly for sure.
No, I feel like this is going to go, it's either Paramount or Netflix at this point if they can, but even if Netflix, even if they get the approval, even if the investors are like, we're going Netflix, I don't know how they're going to clear that through antitrust. You literally have the number 1 streamer buying the number 3 streamer. Yeah. It's I'm like, that is you and the number 2 streamer is Prime and it's only that's like half of a streamer really. It's a bigger service than just streaming. So I don't know how you can push that through without really kind of turning a blind eye to the monopoly that's obviously created.
Yeah. And here's the thing too. I mean, we're talking like Paramount and Warner Brothers, because if you think about it, that's 100-year-old companies each, both Paramount and Warner Brothers. And I feel that's why I feel dirty about this whole thing, because it's like it feels like film history is being sold to the highest bidder. And I'm not necessarily a fan of that. But it just also seems that Warner Brothers has been on the bidding block for forever, right? They've had AOL, they've been Discovery, they've had, it's like they've had so many owners, Viacom or with Paramount. It seems as if they just can't they can't sustain themselves anymore. And it just we're slowly chipping away at that kind of that film history to the point where I don't even know. You're right. It's this number 1 streaming company buying so HBO Max is the third highest streaming company?
It's the third highest grossing. So it's
also what is HBO Max going to be like? Is that going to be a separate thing, or is that going to be folded into Netflix?
The way that they kind of described it, because they're hoping to close the sale, Netflix has said this, in the third quarter of 2026. that they're going to get slammed with a whole bunch of antitrust stuff around this. They're going to have to get approved by Europe, the UK, US, even Canada to an extent. So that's going to take. Yeah, I mean, we watched the Activision stuff play out in real time. That took forever.
Yeah,
forever. We're talking about
like 18 months. I think it was.
There's no shot they're closing it by
whether it's Paramount or whether it's Netflix. I mean, Paramount especially too. They own quite a bit under their banner.
Yes,
their whole legal process will take. If Netflix is going to take long, theirs probably would take twice as long. The only thing that, like I said, I feel like we lose no matter what, because Paramount had just recently announced that they're pretty much going exclusively all in on IPs when it comes to their on-screen stuff. So,
and they have Call of Duty, right? That was their big one,
right? But and not that's like horrible or anything. It's just you don't want to eliminate indie films. You don't want to eliminate those smaller budget films, right? And it sounds like that's what Paramount is down to do. And then obviously, if Netflix were to be the ones who get a hold of WB, who knows?
Nothing's coming in theaters.
On the theatrical side, Ted Sarandos is like swearing by it. He's like, guys, believe me, we're keeping them in theaters for just 2 weeks, they're going to be in theaters. You know, like, so I don't know. I don't know how much I put stock into what Ted Sarandos is trying to say and reassure people about, but it sounds like no matter how you slice it, this is just a lose-lose for film fans and for especially people who love going to the movies. On the game side of things,
you go to the theaters and you require Netflix ID. Like, you'd be like,
I don't know if they go that far. It's just all I'm expecting on the Netflix side of things is they'll give films the theatrical window. They're just going to be really small windows.
Well, the only reason
just
why
to allow them be qualified for the award show.
That's exactly. That's why
they do it these days.
Yeah. So they can be able to get they can get the Oscar buzz.
But even for like a Superman or a Supergirl, whatever they put out, like the bigger DC properties that get a theatrical release, they'll put it in theaters. It's just, I mean, even Superman had like a 30-day window. Like streamers have already destroyed the way that films like stay in theaters and help provide revenue to these theater chains. So like Netflix they're not going to scale that or bring that back in some way. They're going to scale it even further back. And all it's going to do too is if Superman is in theaters for 2 weeks or Superman 2, whatever it is, right? If it's in theaters for 2 weeks, it makes like 500 million because everyone's like, we got to go see it. It's just going to send this ripple effect because everyone's going to be like, oh shit, they make good money still. And then people jump onto the streaming service so that they can catch it if they didn't see it in theaters. Now you're going to see Disney jump onto that train. You might see Apple jump onto that train, and it just gets worse and worse and worse.
It's already affected like even people like within my own family. Like they are like, if they see something that's going to come in theaters, but they also find out that's going to come to streaming, they're like, "Wow, we don't need to see it in theaters. We'll just wait for it to come into streaming." I mean, a lot of people like that's been an argument that's been said for like even going back as far as VHS. It's like, well, if I'm not going to go see it, I'll wait till it comes out on video and I can rent it or buy it or on DVD or Blu-ray.
But at least in those instances, you'd have to wait like 6 months.
True, exactly, because that market was also. It was another big chunk of money that movie can make. And right now with the streaming subscription service, they're making pennies on the dollar for that kind of thing. So that's why they get as much money as they can in theaters because it's getting too unaffordable because half of the money that they get from the theaters that has to go to the theater companies too. And then in order way to get their own money back is basically having their own subscription service. And right now, I mean, whether it's like Netflix is the king of all streamers, like right now, it basically they just rule the roost when it comes to anything streaming. So they're already getting their money, but then when you think about like say something like Paramount, their streaming service is just basically Tyler Sheridan's Playground. You basically get the Yellowstone, the Landman. You get Tulsa, like King of Tulsa. Like you get basically any show that Tyler Sheridan wants to make up. It's all on Paramount. And that and Tom Cruise with Top Gun. Like that's and Mission Impossible. That's really the only things that you get Paramount Plus for. Which actually they do make pretty good shows. I'm not gonna lie. I do watch.
Bar Rescue is on all the time.
True. Yeah. So I don't know. I think you summed it up correctly, Aaron. It's like no matter how you look at this, consumers just lose across the board because it's going to be going to either be an increase in prices for streaming services than we already are paying for. It's going to be stuff that's going to be pulled from one streaming service to another, and we don't know where things are going to end up, whether it's going to be Netflix, because Paramount or HBO Max. We have no idea anymore. And then internationally, it's going to make it even worse, because here in Canada, we have the Crave coming to the thing, Bell basically buying up a bunch of IPs to put on their streaming stuff. It's just, I don't know, man. It just
can't
sucks.
Keep up. I can't keep up no more.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder what that means in Canada too with Crave, because obviously they have the Warner Brothers HBO deal.
I think they just loop it all into Netflix for Canada.
Yep.
Yeah.
I assume.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
Well, talking about other people who's gonna lose, what's going on at the Game Awards? Because who's taking it?
Let's talk about the losers.
I like where that wins.
Well, this is Expedition's show to lose, right? Like they have to be the favorite in every category.
Are we going category for category, predicting what we're thinking here, or are we just picking kind of the big ones?
Let's do a couple of the big ones, and then I want to speculate on reveals if we.
Yeah.
Can.
Okay. I'm down for that. So let's just start with the big one. Game of the year. Who's taking it?
Come on.
We got Expedition,
baby.
Death Stranding, Donkey Kong, Hades 2, Hollow Knight, Kingdom Come.
I think Expedition 33 is kind of a lock.
It's
a lot of these, but my sneaky.
Who's a big upset?
My big upset is Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
I think it could get enough.
I will go
enough
with
of a lean that maybe he could sneak in there.
Here's the thing:
Doug Bowser's final speech.
You think is big upset if Donkey Kong actually wins over Expedition? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, I mean, you could do that or Kingdom Come. Deliverance.
Yeah, I know a lot of people talking about Kingdom Come. I will say, if it weren't for the fact that Expedition is for everyone, there is just no way this doesn't win Game of the Year. It is a very stacked list, right?
True.
Like Hollow Knight, Silksong, obviously, a ton of people went crazy for that. Hades 2, people went crazy for. I mean, Death Stranding 2 as well is one of those things where you can almost sense Jeff Keighley feels bad that Expedition came out, because he's like, I want to hand Kojima that award, man.
Kojima.
But yeah, I mean, Kingdom Come, I've heard so much about, and then Donkey Kong as well. So good. It's a really, really stacked list, but it's Expedition, man. It's Expedition for sure.
What do you think about game direction? I honestly think Kojima. I think Split Fiction should take this, to be honest with you.
Split, just so we get another speech.
Just how that game was written and had just different variety of styles of games came together in that one. It was really well done.
It's a great game.
Yeah,
it's a great game. But I think Kojima takes this.
You had to give Kojima. I think Kojima gets no awards. He gets none.
I think it depends, right?
Yeah, I feel like
he can't just give him a pity award like, hey, you get this.
Keely's show.
I mean, but here's the thing: if it wasn't for the fact that, as you said, we've had a stacked year of really amazing games, Death Stranding would have 100% would have swept the awards because it's Kojima. Everyone seemed to love Death Stranding too, and so I think. But if it wasn't for, we had Hades 2, Silksong, Expedition 33, all these other games, it feels like Death Stranding 2 kind of pales in comparison, but in reality, it's still a great game. Like, it's still something I think that deserves an award. And I don't know, it's like, regardless, everyone thinks it's a way for Jeff to be able to give out awards to his friends, which 100%, I could see that that's a nice perk, but I don't think that's not the main reason why these games get chosen or nominated.
I'll make a proper argument in that if we're talking obviously from game direction and from that standpoint, Death Stranding 1 isn't even it's well reviewed. It's not renowned. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is. A lot of people look at it as it's a Kojima game. He goes all in Kojima, but it has flaws. People, there was a reaction when that game came out, from myself included, where I was like, guys, these cutscenes are 3 hours. I'm literally walking for 10 hours. What do I do in this game? And then Death Stranding 2, I feel like, just, again, from a game direction standpoint, it really took a lot of that feedback, took a lot of the issues that people had with that first game and corrected them in a lot of ways. I think Death Stranding 2 gets on its feet way faster, which got me invested to the game. Its story is still there. Cutscenes are obviously still there. They don't take up so much of your time that you just put down the controller and wait until you have to play again. And I think that there was a lot that Kojima invested his time into to really improve on the experience from the first game to the second game, where you're in a sea of PlayStation sequels that a lot of people criticize being kind of just Control-C, Control-V with a couple of little extra things, right? Yep. Death Stranding 2 very much feels like an improvement in a lot of ways from the first game, and I applaud Kojima from being able to take that feedback from what some people still do think is a masterpiece in the first game. You know, like there are people out there who praise it to that level. So Kojima very much could have just plugged his ears and said, no, people love this, that's it. But no, he took in the feedback. He heard what people had to say, and he improved upon it in the second game.
I'll give him that, like, minus any of the accessibility stuff that obviously like, I have an issue with. But I do agree with you that there was a lot more quality of life updates, but one comparison to two, with a story that actually that I kind of gravitate towards. Like, I finally was able to understand Kojima's world within Death Stranding more in Death Stranding 2 than I was in Death Stranding 1. Even though I knew basically kind of the basics of Death Stranding 1, if I guess with that knowledge going into 2, it felt like that world, like you could see a lot more of the nuance of it, which happens, you know, with a sequel when you expand upon the world a little bit. But but you know, Kojima still makes it weird in every single way, because you get because that's where you get stuff like Doll Man. I think you're absolutely right. I think it's like it created a good. He took that feedback to did a great quality of life. With a great story. And I mean, we joke the fact that Kojima, yes, of course, is kind of like, it's the joke that, yeah, he should win Best Direction because he's a great director. Like, he is one of the auteurs of our industry and really cares about and makes a great game out of it. And it's weird, it's wacky, it's different. And I'll give him that. But he's definitely doing something different that makes him stand out as an artist within this industry. So yeah, I mean, I'd say I'd give it to him for Best Direction.
He's such a prominent voice in gaming, to the point that before even gaming started to like make its shift into the film world, people involved in film had their eyes on Kojima and what he was doing, right? Like, because of his artistic vision for every single game that he has made, it is so strong that people involved in film were like, we should be paying attention here. And so, you got to give him credit. And I, for me personally, I think they're going to give him his flowers on this one.
Listen here, Kojima, just come up with a director's cut next year, and then you'll be eligible for next year's award. Okay,
there you go. It literally is in the name, director's cut. Give him the direction.
The PC version's coming out soon, and then you'll be fine. So
yeah, exactly.
What are we thinking of reveals now?
Ooh.
So do we have any final guesses about that statue? That statue in the desert?
I got nothing.
We were talking about it. We think I think Saros maybe, but the only thing that throws it off is the animal heads that are on there. Because it is an alien planet, it looks like, with Saros. I don't think it's Earth. I mean, unless it is, and that's a tease, but
I just think if it is Saros, it would have to be that there is like some monumental like twist reveal about the game that people didn't know about, right? Because if it was just
Saros, it comes out in March, right?
But also just like the game's been revealed. It had a gameplay reveal on top of that. There's already been enough marketing in there that PlayStation's just kind of like, people know about our game. Like, I don't think they need to build up this kind of hype. And I don't think Jeff Keighley would care to either. I'm trying to temper my expectations, because there's been so many instances in which like we get extremely hyped for something and it's just like, that's right, Splinter Cell mobile game, so like I want to be really careful that we don't end up in that situation again. But it feels like it's something big. It's something big here.
Give me a Dante's Inferno 2. That's what I want.
Sure.
Okay.
The thing is, so I think Jason Schreier said I think he said it's not Elder Scrolls. He confirmed it wasn't God of War. Somebody confirmed it wasn't.
It's not. Balrog did.
Right. Yes.
Oh, Corey. That's right.
Yeah. He jumped into somebody's stream chat to say like it's not God of War. But also, could that be that it's a Sony Santa Monica thing, but it's not God of War?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
It's all we have to go off right now.
He didn't deny it was not him. Like, it just could be.
He's like, it's not God of War.
It's not gonna work.
All we have to go off right now is that Jason Schreier said it's a good one. So it's either got to be from an IP that we know, or it's got to be from a really well-known, well-respected studio.
I think it's going to be like, yeah. Like
he also said that if you saw him at the bar at the Game Awards, that he might
get him drunk enough. Yeah.
So Steve, you got a mission.
I guess I have a mission to basically go get drunk with Jason Schreier. Yeah, that's the mission. But I think as well, it has to be more along the lines of like a AAA studio or someone that has a decent PR money, because I mean, who would basically have the clout to basically create a giant statue, place it in the middle of nowhere, and then have that as a teaser for a Game Awards? Like you can't do that with like with a small studio. Like I'm now I'm blanking on every single other indie studio like that don't demand of like I don't see. And any one of them, like a 2-person, like like the studio, basically.
Team Cherry hinting at Silk Song 3 or something.
Studio MDHR.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't see them basically doing something like that. The thing I just hope for is that it's not a Souls-like game. I really do not care. It's become comical of like how many Souls-like games get announced at Achilles things, because they just all blend together that I just can't remember half of any of them of what they are anymore. So like if we want to like get even broader predictions, I hope that there are not as many Souls-like games. That's my predictions. Not as many Souls-like games.
You're getting honestly, a whole hour of Souls-like games and a second hour of Korean pop star games. So
you say no Souls-like games. One of the big pieces of copium I've seen in the community is like a Bloodborne 2 or Bloodborne remastered. Is that right?
Well, I've been saying that forever.
I could also see it just because like there's so many people who are basically like, this is the worst kept secret at this point. It's totally happened. I could see it somehow being about like a Half-Life 3, just because like.
I think it's confirmed it's not. Schreier said it's not.
He said that.
Yeah, I believe he said it's not. Half-Life.
Oh my god! Yeah. So he's crossing everything off the list.
My honest guess, and I said it last week, is I think it's a new Far Cry.
Oh yeah.
Like because it has animals in it. And I'm sure it's like there's a bunch of crazy visions and shit in that game. Like, if you're out in the desert, doing peyote or something, if that's the setting of this game, then there it is.
Ubisoft has money.
It just doesn't feel big enough.
They have Tencent money now, though. Like, and Far Cry is in that. Yeah, but Far Cry is in that new subsidiary, right?
New mom and dad give them allowance.
Well, hold on, but would you think that Jason Schreier would say it's a good one if that's all he's talking about?
I think if you led into it with like a famous actor who's the villain, it could be.
Well, there was rumors of Cillian Murphy, right?
Cillian Murphy would be dope as a Far Cry villain.
Yeah. That would be a pretty big.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's not a franchise for me. It feels like it's something that we haven't even thought about. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like Far Cry just isn't a franchise that's been away long enough for us to be like, oh my God, Far Cry is back. Yeah. I could see a Far Cry 6 reveal, because I remember that there was that rumor a long while ago that Cillian Murphy was going to be like the villain of the game. So like, yeah, I could see a Far Cry 6 reveal during the Game Awards. I don't know if that's the reveal of the big statue though. I don't know.
Yeah, that's just my best guess. I really have the
animals. It is a little far out there as far as like what we think of the Far Cry franchise. But you're right. Like that, I think Riley, you kind of convinced me like last week about it, because it's like they have gone into the hallucinogenic, fantastical or magical sort of realm with the Far Cry 5 with the with the plant. Then they'll like they've tried to experiment with different sort of styles and genres for Far Cry. So making a Far Cry horror game, it ain't a bad idea. And if you get Cillian Murphy as a bad guy,
a serious, like realistic Far Cry game, and then they spun off to a goofy one.
Yeah,
because I can imagine them starting off with a goofy one.
Well, I mean, I don't think you're gonna have like a goofy one with, because they've done a goofy one generally like along the same lines of whatever the last Far Cry was, because they had that that spin-off of Far Cry 5, right? What was it called? I don't know. It was basically a continuation after Far Cry 5, and they didn't do that for 6.
Oh, New Dawn.
New Dawn, yeah. So they did New Dawn.
The twins,
that was and then they had the that sort of like arcade
then
cyberpunk.
They had 6, and then 6 had a DLC of all the previous villains, and it was like hallucination stuff and everything.
Yeah, Ubisoft was kind of already starting to have their problems at that point, but. Like who knows? Like this could put if it's going to be a horror like fantastical version of Far Cry, I could like that. If that's what their genre shift they're going to go for with a cool ass villain. I'll go back in the Far Cry franchise.
Yeah, the only thing that really throws me off are the animals. There's like an alligator, a bear. Yeah. I'm like that's very Far Cry to have like those,
like a primal game, maybe another Far Cry Primal.
Could be, yeah. I mean, because that's the thing. It's those animal heads that throw me off of any other suggestion that people have said, whether it's God of War, Half-Life 3, or even
Cry, maybe or something like that.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
It can't be State of Decay, would it? That's just zombies, right?
No way.
No, they.
Again, it just doesn't feel big enough. Like for like State of Decay, if we hadn't gotten an announcement already, like okay, maybe that could be exciting. But they've already like the world knows about it. You know what I mean? Like this is totally a game that hasn't gotten its announcement yet. As to be some form of big surprise. Like I said, I don't know if I have any guesses at this point beyond what I thought was maybe Half-Life 3. But I do know for sure that it's either
Diablo.
an IP we have not seen in a while, or B, it's from a like a AAA studio, like you were saying, Steve.
Watch it be another Obsidian game.
Not Elder Scrolls 6, but like
not Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, we did get the original creator of Fallout back to Obsidian, and that could be the announcement of that. I don't know.
Could it be a Fallout, like a Fallout New Vegas 2?
I don't know. I feel like it's not, and I think just because.
Wait, where is it located?
We have Fallout 4
in
California
2 next year.
In Nevada? Oh,
I think it was in Nevada.
Somewhere in the desert.
New Vegas 2. That would be crazy.
Hold on.
Don't do this to me, Caboose.
Oh no.
Don't put that in my head.
Get out of my head.
Stop.
Dude. The frick.
I thought it was in California.
I think I read it.
I mean, they're right next to each other.
I mean, yeah. I'm trying to find the coordinates, right?
And wasn't there like certain words to find it or something like that?
Hang on now. Oh, it's in the Mojave Desert.
Okay.
Where is that? I was good in geography.
But like would they just have regular bears and alligators in that?
That would make sense.
Yeah, it's in the Southern Sierra Nevada mountains.
It's if it's in Mojave Desert, Vegas is close.
This thing,
it's kind of like, but it's in that halfway point. It's in that halfway point, like between LA and Vegas.
So then now this is the other thing too, right? I need to find Keely's Twitter, because the other thing was nobody's been able to really decipher or figure out what the hell the words were in that tweet, like what they were.
Oh yeah,
that's how people found it, right?
Like, hold on. Now I can't find it. These tweets too much. Keely, stop tweeting. Like, what do you got a show to promote? Okay. Regal inspiring thickness. Like, what's that about? I don't know.
Regal inspiring thickness.
I don't know.
What's the significance of no spaces? Like,
what's with back the armor? That looks like someone's back. Right, and it's like got the layered armor.
It's what everyone thought was from God of War,
right? Yeah, because it does look like that. Yeah,
in God of War, it looks like that, but that got shut down.
And
it looks almost Dead Space to me. I mean, like I guess.
Maybe
the layered there, but like none of the creatures or anything going on match with Dead Space.
Yeah, because that looks like
Isaac Clarke's back.
Oh,
but
maybe
Dead Space ain't happening. I'm letting you know
I think EA just said they're putting it on ice.
It's definitely
they did.
All the properties,
but I mean, like the demon looking people, those could be ghouls.
Do we think it could be a new Lord of the Rings or something?
I thought that too for a second, and I'm like, I don't think we've ever seen that kind of like iconography of the tentacle things.
Yeah, do the orcs look like that?
No, not really. I mean, like maybe the one that's on like the top left of the shoulder, but that's the only thing I could think of. But I don't know. It just there's too many things that are like Earth based. Yeah, that make me think it's set on Earth. So it's like so the Diablo. I mean, yeah, they have animals in there, but they never really were prominent in anything. So I don't know. It just feels weird that like I don't know. It's a combination of a bunch of stuff, right?
I'd speculate maybe like Doom like DLC, but even the creatures don't look like that. So
they've never used animals as part of it, right?
So I mentioned this on the last show that I was on, but we were obviously talking about how like Intergalactic might be a ways away. And I was speculating that maybe it's even further out than we initially think, because maybe Naughty Dog has been making The Last of Us 3.
Oh.
That doesn't scream very Last of Us to me, though.
No. But I don't know what it even screams. Like it feels like it's very intentionally supposed to be
a lot of very vague.
Yeah. I know
like that could be, for all we know, that could be like a cult symbol. You know what I mean? Like,
maybe it's the thing that's like it's the eye/tentacle thing. That's the thing that's kind of like throwing me off in comparison to everything else in that sort of pile. Because you got like a bunch of weird random stuff that could be anything, but I think that the tentacle thing is a symbol of something, right?
Yeah.
It's got like they wouldn't have had that as a prominent part of the statue if there wasn't, and the fact that it lights up like that, is something that I think is important, and that's what made me think initially Half-Life 3, that it could be something like that. But I mean, I don't know. It could be a lot of things.
What did the official Game Awards Twitter, like they posted something not too long ago that had like redacted words in it to like further the teasing.
Oh,
what was it that they put out? I can't even find that now.
Could it be Baldur's Gate 4?
Oh, maybe.
Oh,
maybe.
Interesting.
That's a
possibility.
Yeah. Now I know that they were moving on to make their own.
Larian is definitely they said that they're not making any more.
But do you think that maybe they came around to a deal because it was so
successful, so popular? Yeah.
I mean, that would be a huge. That would be a megaton announcement.
Yeah. Did they delete the tweet? I only see that they replied with the coordinates, but I thought that they had tweeted. Oh, okay, right here. There we go. Yeah, it's a reply. It says the blank are silent, blank bleeds, new blank stir. And so whatever that redacted word is maybe the title of the game.
Maybe.
He also tweet out Regal inspiring thickness. That one.
Yeah, that's
Regal are inspiring, or the Regal are silent, inspired. No, see that doesn't. Those words don't fit in there.
No.
Yeah, but like again, it's like
the new thickness, sir. I don't know.
There's so many. That's the thing. There's so many different things it could be that it just sounds like there's a random word generator that that just kind of like came up with it, because it could be anything now at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's pretty cool though. I will say I'm very invested in the marketing here, and I just hope it pays off. I think a lot of people are like, this better be something big, because if I'm tuning into the Game Awards and it's just like
Hello Kitty, Island Adventure,
Parappa 3 or something, like get me the hell out of there.
Dude, if that is Parappa the Rappa 3, I'm buying it, dude. Like, that would be the funniest way to advertise that game.
That would be hilarious.
Like, oh, it's a new Ape Escape. I'd be like, okay.
Why these demonic
like they're escaping hell?
Yeah. Oh my god.
I mean, that's why it could be Obsidian, right? Because they've done that before. They've done the little tease of being all serious and then just going all straight to humor. I don't know.
Do we have anything else for any predictions or anything like that? Anything with Nintendo?
I have a prediction. I was gonna say I think Nintendo will be there.
Okay,
I think so too. I think there's going to be at least one Nintendo announcement.
New console launch. This is the best time to try to get a new audience, seeing your content. I think this is maybe this time, maybe next year. I think. And Jeff Keighley also shared. He's like, one of my favorite announcements of all time was the Joker reveal. I'm like, that's random. So I feel like they're back, and I feel like they're gonna do something.
I think it could be.
What do you think it is?
I would say Mario Kart DLC.
Either that or maybe. I mean, I'm still saying like I think it could be a Zelda or Mario reveal.
I would love that.
That would be very
I feel like yeah, I don't know. It's tough, right? I feel like Mario Kart DLC promotes a game that they have, for sale leading into the holiday.
Sure.
I think it stacks well for them. And then they can announce like a Zelda or something in the new year, but yeah, I don't know.
Could be like maybe an actual like a trailer for the Zelda movie.
That would be cool. I would take that. I feel like that'd be a good.
I think they like just started filming it though.
Like but they have enough to make a teaser trailer. I would think.
Cut a little
15 seconds.
30 seconds.
Yeah.
If we're talking about like
Ganondorf's actor or something, that'd be neat.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
If we're talking about like other reveals we're expecting from the Game Awards, I do think there's going to be some sort of Marvel Games presence. Whether it's an update on Rise of Hydra, Blade, maybe.
Or
I could
Rivals.
also see. I mean, Rivals. Yeah, I think there'd be something, right? I could also see that they maybe give us like a full unveiling of some sort for the Iron Man game for Motive.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool.
It's been pretty radio silent.
Trailer.
I think Wolverine's off the board because Insomniac was very like clear.
They were very clear. They said, next year,
spring 2026, we're gonna get more information.
Yeah.
So I think Wolverine they're gonna stay silent for a few more months. But yeah, like Iron Man or maybe Rise of Hydra might be more likely just because of the recent delay. And if that game still exists and is coming out next year, they would want some big stage to show people gameplay and like maybe calm everybody's nerves about whether or not it's still happening.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could see that.
I think my prediction is that some new hardware is going to be teased or announced. I mean, we are starting to get into. We've been speculating on what Xbox is going to be doing for their next gen. We've been hearing the rumors of a PlayStation like portable device or potentially PlayStation 6. I mean, it could be more info about the Steam machine. I think we're going to get at least something hardware related because like there. I don't know if that's going to happen. I mean, it just seems like it'd be the right time for somebody to say, hey, here's the new hardware or something, teasing something along those lines. Because again, I think the precedent is Xbox did it. They surprised us with the Xbox Series X when at the Game Awards when we didn't even know that they were going to do that. So who knows? Could Xbox do it again, or could PlayStation be like, no, now it's our turn, or basically Valve being like giving away hundreds of Steam machines every time someone crash
the website.
Crash website. Yeah.
I remember that when there was that big like Xbox leak or whatever it was, like that one of the things that they were potentially thinking about was a new controller like that didn't require batteries, that was using the functionality or the same technology as like the DualSense. Was that ever like a thing that anybody put any stock into, or?
I didn't hear anything more about it.
I've seen reports on that.
Because I would love a controller from Xbox that is like a DualSense.
That just kind of can connect to. I mean, like especially if you're doing like a streaming service to TVs and stuff. Like if it's just like a controller that can connect to whatever you're playing Xbox on.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of neat.
I don't know. I think the Elite 2. I'll just say I think it's pretty much like the best controller you can really get. I mean, I now have like 3 of them, and I absolutely love it. I use it all the time. It's literally my favorite controller that I've ever used.
PS5 and controller for me is like undefeated this console generation.
Yeah.
Huh?
Which one?
Which one did you say, Caboose?
I mean, the DualSense. Even I love the DualSense Edge as well, but like the DualSense in general is just.
just painting and Ghost of Yotai.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I could see if Xbox is going to be doing a new controller, I would see them doing another Elite. I could, because we still don't have an Elite controller that has the share button that the regular Xbox controllers have, and I could see them potentially maybe like upgrading that a little bit.
Sure.
And the fact that, yeah, as you said, Riley, I think that's a good call of like them making sure that it can connect to everything. I mean, it can already with Bluetooth and even with its own wireless tech with the thumbstick for the PCs, but I could definitely see them basically creating it where it's simplified to work across many devices without having any to do anything much to it. So I don't know. I mean, I don't say that there's any stock in potentially of a new controller from Xbox, but I'm kind of at that. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
No,
I do love the Xbox controller. Just
I even have
my hands.
I even have like the PC games.
Oh, there you go.
Too. Yeah.
What a handsome controller that is.
It's great, right? And
Very
it's nice. I have that. That's my permanent Xbox Series X controller.
I've got the Halo Infinite Master Chief one.
I love that one.
Yeah, it's really nice.
I still say to this day, I think the best looking controller that they ever made was the Sea of Thieves one. Like that.
I have that. It is
really, I like that one.
Glows in the dark.
My favorite Xbox controllers they ever released was for Halo 5, the one that was the Master Chief and then
the Grimace
and the lock. Yeah.
Oh,
the
Grimace.
I mean, this is the one that I've been using for most of my PC games as of late.
Yeah.
But this is a scuff controller.
This
is not technically Xbox.
Yeah.
I still like this one though too.
That one is clean.
Anniversary.
That one is clean.
Yeah. That's awesome.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to wait and see what's going on in the Keeley Awards. Who knows? We might find out the whole show where because they like to leak out stuff before. They announced Resident Evil's getting something, and
you see what they announced through Fortnite? A new Tomb Raider game.
Yeah, we talked
Tomb
about
Raider's
that.
coming out. Yeah, like stop spoiling stuff. We're like a couple days away.
Yeah, I know.
Steve, what's going on for you? I know you're heading somewhere. I think some heading to La.
Yeah, La. Yeah, heading out to La.
Off to the desert.
After the desert, yeah, I'm gonna go to the statue. Yep, 100%. I'll be at the Keeleys. I'll be there for saying hi to some friends and seeing what they announce in person. So yeah, if you see me in the crowd, let me know. It'd be kind of cool. It's one of those I never expect it every time, but it sometimes happens. But yeah, I'm excited for that. And then then it's my birthday on Saturday, so I got a jam-packed week. It's gonna be great.
It's kind of funny. I think Netflix has a party after. It's gonna be very awkward.
I didn't even know Netflix is having a party. Okay,
Netflix has a party. It's gonna be very WB. Huh? You got them? Or,
I need to get an invite to that one because I need to see what that's like.
It's gonna be very funny in there. Riley, how about you, man?
Not too much. Gearing up. I'm going to be taking a trip later this week and going to Mexico for a week and just chilling. So looking forward to that.
Have you ever had a company come up to you the day before or day of Game Awards being like, "Hey, here it is. Wait for something from us"?
Yes. Yes, I have. Yeah.
Can you say what it was, or is it something that you're still an NDA about?
There's stuff that I definitely can't talk about. I could probably. We had a lot more.
He knows the statue. He has a mini. It's an amiibo. It's an amiibo.
I mean, if I knew the statue, I'd be throwing you way off right now. I don't know. It could be anything. Probably Goat Simulator. I don't know.
Goat Simulator.
Oh my God. The scary thing is, it could be that too.
It could be.
I feel like they would do that. Yeah, that feels right. There was one deal we almost did for E3, and we were going to leak a game, which would have been pretty cool, but we couldn't get legal to sign off on it, so it didn't.
Bummer.
Yeah, and I've had a few things. We've done a few crazy things, but yes, I have. I have had companies approach me and be like, "Hey, leave room for this," and then sometimes we do, and sometimes we can't.
All right. Caboose, how about yourself?
Yeah, I'm just gearing up, getting ready to watch the Game Awards. I will not be there in attendance this year. I'm going to be watching from home, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely going to be streaming it over on my Twitch channel. That's twitch.tv/Caboose. If there's anything Marvel or DC related at the Game Awards, I'll be covering it on my YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Caboose. And then you can check me out on my socials, Twitter and Instagram at CabooseEK.
Oh yeah. For me, I'm going to play some Skate Story tonight. I'm super excited to dive into that.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
And of course, watching the Game Awards from my channel MD14. And also, I want to give a special shout out to Harada. 30 years at Tekken, man. Man. All our favorites are slowly
shout outs to
hanging up their controller. You know.
Yeah. I can't wait to see what he does next. I know he's apparently leaving to. I mean, maybe he's very good friends with Sakurai, so I could see it.
It could happen.
Whoa.
Maybe that's the announcement.
Could be huge.
Who knows? We'll find out.
Joining for Smash Brothers. That'd be
joining Smash. Yeah. But we'll see you all here next week. We'll find out all the fun announcements that were announced and what was not announced. And Gold Simulator 4. Can't wait for that one. Take care, everyone.